Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast and game 1 in a series between TSL's Hyun versus Tarra here on... Oh my gosh, what's the name of this map? Gosh. Achillean Waste, I believe? Or Achillean Waste? Achillean Waste, I believe, is the name of the map. And it looks like, yes, it is going to be Tarra. I don't quite understand why some players try to do the barcode thing. A little bit more difficult, but then again, if you want to make sure that no one really knows who you're doing, how's your droning? Apparently, both of them having a little bit of fun with each other. Tarra, a player out of Alien Invasion, coming in from Germany, and we'll see what the strategies will be. Now, first of all, this is a Heart of the Swarm replay, and I don't normally cast a lot of the Heart of the Swarm, but I did find a series, so this was pretty interesting, and we'll see if this particular game holds up, whether or not it looks like a Heart of the Swarm game, or if it looks like a Wings of Liberty game, as a lot of professional players have been playing and just trying to be very efficient and often don't even include some of the Heart of the Swarm adjustments. Protoss players will go for that Mothership core, and Zerg players may go for some Swarm host, but I haven't really seen anything else really utilized all too much. So Probe will now be backing off and retreating. It looks like it will be a Forge Fast expansion, and Tarra is gonna spot this Forge Fast expansion, and what is he doing? He's now just patrolling down here and making it so that if a drone tries to grow up and be a hatchery, it will be delayed. A little bit of a trapezoid going on there as the game is getting underway. Now a drone will be slipping around and slipping by, and this probe is going to stop it. Just dancing a little bit back and forth. The probe, hugged in a little bit too tight on that corner. Now taking some actual critical damage as the drone getting forced back again. So beautifully done, beautifully played so far by Tarra. Tarra doing a good job delaying this. And now it looks like the probe is in that middle of that dance. It will back away, sitting at 5 hit points. All right, we are going to be going for that Forge first. Nexus already came in first as well, so it is a Nexus before a hatchery in this PvZ, and it looks like it will turn into your standard macro game. Now, a couple of things to note. Things that we may see: Swarm host, Vipers, and fast-moving Hydralisks, all within the realm of possibility. Mothership core also within the realm of possibility. That Mothership core, very effective. You do need a Cybernetics core, and what is so nice about that Mothership core is it is decent moving and also has a very fast attack. Very long attack range, a range of 10, and Purify very effective, as we now already see probes making their way down. Oh, it looks like the probes are going to go ahead and meet and greet those Zerglings already. The probes were not stacked up together, and what is going to be happening here as the Zerglings are going to be able to slip by and take a quick look around. 2 assimilators now being warped in. Are these Zerglings going to be able to actually fight back? That is going to be the question. Nexus now looking to be completed as well. And we should be seeing a Cybernetics core come in here in just a moment. Zerglings still dancing around. Probes will not be able to catch up to those units at all, as we see them still dancing here. And just running around in a very nice circle. And there's not much that these 4 Zerglings can really do. A little bit of minerals lost in terms of mining time. And now the Zerglings just still taking a little bit more zaps, as we now see a 3rd base coming in from Hyun. So Hyun really setting up the macro game. Going to be getting up on 3 queens momentarily. Now hitting off another injector. Still no gas, as these queens are very effective at dealing with many of the early harassment. And now a probe does sneak by and was able to catch sight of this hatchery here. Will this probe be able to get home and get away? That is the next key question. It looks like the shields will start to regenerate a little bit as the Zergling tries to catch back up once more. It should regenerate 7 shields before actually taking a point of damage. So we're going to see it go up to 5. Oh, go up to... Nope. It looks like the Zergling is going to be backing away, as there is still 1 Zergling on the inside trying to get all of that precious scouting information. There is that Mothership core already being added. It is being built off over here. It can be chrono boosted out, and that Mothership is so effective in the early game, as it's able to just act as very good base defense. There you have it. You can upgrade it to a Mothership there, but it does have that mass recall and it also is able to give additional energy and also has that purify, as we now are going into a Stargate play. So fast Stargate, perhaps for a faster mothership, or perhaps for Tempest. Tempest is a new capital ship that was utilized by the Protoss players, but a lot of Protoss players have been complaining that it is rather difficult to use a Tempest as opposed to, say, carriers where you can almost just set them and forget it. There's also a lot of discussions about trying to force a lot more micro play in carriers in general, making carriers similar to how they were in Brood War, and utilizing max distance range to really have carriers be a long-range siege unit. All right, Mothership Core still seeing off over here. Mothership Core can't really do anything early on. Its Purify is a 45 damage, so and an attack speed of 1.25, it can almost destroy a siege tank in the process of being sieged. One more shot would do it there. All right, Overlord still sitting back over here. We are also going into an Oracle. So an Oracle now being added, and the Oracle is being trained from the Stargate. So an Oracle from the Stargate, and it can cast Entomb, it can cast Revelation, and this should be very, very interesting as the destructible rocks are now getting attacked down, perhaps trying to establish at that third base. Meanwhile, Hyun is already sitting on a crazy economy, 62 drones compared to 50 probes, and now one Stalker gets picked off in midfield. All right, a Void Ray is being added. Entomb now coming in. The Oracle already at maximum energy, most likely having to do with that Mothership Core, giving it max energy, and that is a brilliant move here. And we'll see what exactly Tarra is going to be doing with this Oracle. Oracle can stop a bit of mining, and with that mining, you can see also Spore Crawlers are coming into play. The Oracle, however, moves so quickly, as fast as some Mutalisk is going to quickly come in here. There is the Entomb, and now simply flying overhead. Is it going to cast another Entomb? Yes, there it goes. And two quick Entombs, forcing a lot of resources to be lost. The Oracle also acting as a very good scout at this point, able to barely slip away at 10 hit points. Not that many shields, very, very much of a glass, what was I drawing for? Of a glass caster. Let's see what the cost is. Let's take a look at it real fast. 150. So that is a very, very expensive caster for a total of 300 resources. We'll see how effective that is. The shields have already been removed there, and now it looks like the Oracle wants to come back in once more. All right, where is this Oracle gonna run off to? The Queens will be able to just fire darts at it. Only 20 shields, so 3 attacks will just simply shut it down. Now, Zergling's still dancing around back and forth. The Oracle taking a little bit more damage than it would like there. Still trying to figure out where it's going to be. One important thing to note that it is a light mechanical psionic unit, as the Void Rays were able to charge up here and now deal some damage back to those Zerglings and these Roaches. One Oracle sitting here, keeping track of these units. We'll see what is going to be happening here, as we do have enough energy for Revelation. Void Rays now making their way in, and the Void Rays may be able to simply just shut down all of the Overlords that are in the middle here, and perhaps even go after some of these Roaches. The Zerglings now taking some damage, and the Void Rays, or the entire Protoss air army, can attack while moving, but the Roaches are fighting on creep, and they're able to get away in just a moment. So Void Rays, now 3 Void Rays moving out. It looks like a Queen may get taken down here. That Queen doesn't really stand much of a chance. A new Queen making its way over. This Void Ray may perhaps try to back off. Yes, the lower hit point Void Ray is backing off. New Queens are in position. The Creep Tumors do give them sight up onto the high ground, as they are continuing to mosey on down over here. This expansion by Hyun, I do not believe it has been spotted just quite yet. Meanwhile, we can see the destructible rocks have been cleared, or the rock wall has been dropped here, making for a very, very defensive location for Tarra. All right, Tarra now getting in, upgrading to that Mothership Core. We are seeing carriers being added as well. So this is a massive tier 3 army of Mothership and carrier. Also, one thing to note, I wish there was a better animation for the Mothership Core as it was being upgraded. You're going to see that the Mothership Core is pretty much going to lose its energy as soon as it upgrades. There it does. Now upgrading back to a full Mothership. Now Void Rays do get taken down by Infested Terrans and Infestors. Zergling's now trying to test that back wall. Carriers have arrived at Mothership with that cloaking field. Carriers with 8 interceptors. A new a new interface showing how many interceptors are per carrier. The interceptors do have +1 attack upgrades, meaning they're dealing 12 damage per round of attack instead of 10. Mothership now trying to get in, and oh, this could be huge here. Those Zerglings and all of those units would pretty much just get instantaneously stuck, not knowing how to get out. A second carrier has arrived, a third carrier now being added as well. 2 additional carriers. Fleet Beacon has already researched the Graviton Catapult, meaning that those interceptors will engage the moment they are out on the field. 4 bases to 3. So far, Tarra is very far behind in terms of overall supply count, but he is playing this very defensively, and we'll see how this is going to work out. A third Stargate now being added as well. You can see a third Stargate being added here. And whether or not this Twilight Council will be able to do anything as well. So far, we have 3 carriers, 1 mothership with the main force of Tarra. Meanwhile, Hyun is now going into Neural Parasite on those infestors. He hopes to take control of that mothership and perhaps cast... Wow, sorry, my phone is buzzing like crazy. And cast Vortex on those carriers, perhaps just on the interceptors, and make it so that those carriers can't really fight back. Cloaking Field is operational. We'll see what's going to be happening next. We have 3 carriers, 1 Warp Prism going now into Tempest. And what are we going to be counteracting this with? We can see that there is still a Warp Prism off over here. Is it going to perhaps try to do a Warp Beam, as Corruptors are now looking to engage? The Corruptors are going to find this Warp Prism pretty easily. And yes, that Warp Prism will get taken down in just a matter of seconds. No cargo in there whatsoever. But I believe Tarra purposely made it look like there was cargo to give Hyun a little bit more of a false encouragement of what he will be going up against. All right, Tempest is still being added here. The Tempest, do they have the range upgrade? No, they do not. The Tempest no longer has a range upgrade. Its default upgrade or default range is now 15, which is longer than a siege tank. And here we go. There's the force field. And with the Cloaking Field, the Corruptors are now trying to engage, casting Corruption onto the carrier. Infested Terrans now hatching here in just a moment. Overseers now looking to make their way in as we see a Vortex come in. Photon Cannons, this 1 mothership already down to 72 hit points. It looks like it will get taken down in just a matter of seconds. But now it is going to reveal a whole bunch of carriers here in just a moment. The carrier has arrived, now trying to fight back. A lot of infested Terrans. Corruptors trying to just barge their way in, and down it goes. There goes that mothership, and now the infested Terran is trying to finish up the rest of the job. The carriers look like they are going to fall, and 1 giant push coming in from Hyun before Tarra could get up and running with his Tempest and the rest of his units. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed Game 1 in this series. Still trying to relearn a little bit of the timings. Heart of the Swarm game. And this actually felt like a professional matchup as opposed to some of the other games on Battle.net that I've been seeing and casting. And if this is a sign of things to come, I am looking forward to Heart of the Swarm beta. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.